Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself Vignesh Anand. In this video, we are going to see about the Ohm's law and the kinds of formulas which are used in the Ohm's law chart. Then about the resistance, inductance, and capacitance, and also their basic common formulas and also types which are used in our Ohm's law states or that even any equipment or voltage is directly proportional to your current and resistance. In this case, we can alternatively say that the current between the two potential difference path, which is the current is directly proportional to your voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance which opposes the current. So in this chart, we are going to see the formulas which is used for your voltage, which is mentioned as a E, and for current I, then for resistance R, and also for the power P. Here voltage is normally we will mention as a V or a E. In here the potential difference, which is a alternatively known as that voltage, which we have mentioned as a E. Then current ampere. So the unit of current is amps, and here we have mentioned as a symbol I. Then power, the unit of power is watts, and we are used as a symbol P. Then for resistance, the unit is ohm, and here we have used as a symbolic reference as a R. So these are the basic formulas. Here E is equal to square root of P into R. Alternatively, this can be used as a P by I or uh, I into R. Then for resistance, same way, E divided by I or E square divided by P or P divided by I square. Then uh, I, which means current. For this we have different formulas as a E by R or P by E or even square root of P divided by R. Then for power we have a formula as a E into I or I square into R. Then another formula E square divided by R. These all are derived from your Ohm's law itself. So next, these are the basic formulas or a relationship between the uh, inductor, resistance, and capacitance. Inductor, in the sense, it opposes the magnetic field, or it is carried by the magnetic field and opposes the current. Capacitor, in the sense, it stores the electric energy, and also the inductor stores the magnetic energy, and the resistor which opposes the current. So these are the basic formulas used for your inductor, resistance, and also for the capacitance. So V is equal to L into di by dt is for inductor, V is equal to I into R is for your resistance, and V is equal to 1 by C, the limit of t to infinity I into dt. These are the basic formulas. Then resistor. So coming to resistor, these are the different types of resistors used in your uh, electricals and electronics equipment and everything. So in here, fixed resistors, then rheostat, preset rheostat, potentiometer, preset potentiometer, thermistor, voltage dependent resistors, light dependent resistors, strain guard, thermocouple, barrier. So each resistor having some of the capability, like the rheostat is a variable resistor, in the sense the resistance value can be changed as per our settings. Then light dependent resistor, in which the amount of light which getting into the resistor, it will get opposes. Then fixed resistor is a normally used resistors. Then thermocouple, uh, in the sense according to the heat it will act. Then thermistor also same wise. This kind of resistors are used in our electrical and electronics. So this is a common resistor formula. According to the color coding, we are going to find the rating of your resistor. So black in the sense 0 0, which means first digit, second digit, and multiplier, then tolerance. So black in the sense 0 and 0, which means it will be indicated as a 0 1. Then coming to brown, 1 into 1, which is 10. Then coming to red, 2, which means first digit is 2, in the sense uh, you need to multiply into 2 zeros, which means the multiplier will be into a 2 zeros. Then for orange, 3 zeros. Then for yellow, 4 zeros. Then for green, 5 zeros. Then for blue, 6 zeros. Then for violet, 7 zeros. Then for gray, 8 zeros. White having no zeros. And tolerance, gold is 5%, silver is 10%. And if there is nothing, means the tolerance level will be 20%. The tolerance level will verifies your error percentage. So as I said, black color first band, and also for second band, for third band in the sense multiplier, or in here we don't use the third band itself. So the third band, after the third band, which means at the last, the multiplier of your resistors will be there. According to your number of color codings, we need to initiate that first band as a one digit number, and second band as another digit number, third band as another digit number, and fourth band as your multiplier. And at the end separately given as a tolerance level. So first band is for all the three bands, black color will be 0, and for brown, for all the three bands, brown color will be 1. Then for all the three bands, red color will be 2. Then for all the three bands, orange will be 3. Then for all the three bands, yellow will be 4. Then for green 5, blue 6, violet 7, gray 8, and white 9. For example, I am saying if a resistor is a 132 kilo ohm resistor, means one number indicates the brown color and 3 number indicates the orange color, then 2 number indicates your red color. Kilo ohm in the sense 3 zeros will be there. As you know, kilo ohms means 30, we need to multiply into 3 zeros, which means 1000. Then for meg ohms, we need to multiply into 6 zeros. Likewise we need to go. So the kilo ohm 30 indicates your orange color. So the color coding ways, likewise we need to count the color coding of your resistors. These are the basics things for knowing the color coding of your resistor, and also knowing the value of your resistor. We need to mainly need to know the colors and need to differentiate it to according to their colors. Next, coming to the capacitors. So commonly used capacitor are electrolytic and disc or ceramic type of capacitors. So in here I have mentioned as a electrolytic capacitors, and also the negative terminal of your electrolytic capacitor, it will be shown in one end, or it will be given as a symbol negative, so another end will be as your positive only. Then for a disc type or a ceramic capacitors, first of all capacitor symbol mentioned as a farad, which means the unit is a farad capacitor. So it will be in a microfarad or picofarad or a nanofarad. In here, micro in the sense into 0, then for a nano into 9, then for a pico into 12. Likewise, we need to multiply it after their digits. So these are the common things commonly used in capacitors in your board, breadboards, and everything. This another type of capacitor, aluminum electrolytic type of capacitor, which means the base material used in your capacitor is aluminum in here. So it is a vertical chip, and also the negative terminal is given in the one end, so automatically another terminal will be your positive terminal. These are the some of the examples of your electrolytic capacitors. Then coming to the inductor portion. So normally the inductors are as I said, it stores the magnetic energy. So in the sense uh, there are different type of inductors: air core, iron core, and ferrite core. So air core, which does not have any main core, it only have the winding or a coil as your main source. So automatically, if there is no main core, means it will act as a reluctance for your magnetic field, and also it will uh, low inductance, it will gives only the low inductance path. Reluctance in the sense opposing the magnetic field. Then iron core, in here one iron core is used, and that iron core is surrounded by the coil. This kind of types we will normally see in most of the boards and most of the equipments. This kind of thing which will gives you a magnetic field and mainly reduces the flux losses. Then ferrite core, in here a special ferric oxide as a material will be used in your core. So in this case we can reduce the cost, and also the losses like hysteresis and eddy current losses will be reduced in this ferrite core of inductor. So these are the basic things about the capacitor, resistors, and inductors. Hope you understand. I think so. Keep watching my video. Thanks everyone. Share your knowledge and gain your knowledge.